I'm the most annoying guy on set because I'm saying, excuse me, you do realize that this should be happening and they wouldn't do that, and you haven't read this, that means this would be impossible. And everyone's just going, Henry, just shut up and do the thing. And I'm like, I don't want to do the thing because he wouldn't do it this way, and he can do this.
You are genuinely a fan of the books and the game and everything. Apparently on set, you know more than anyone else. Do you correct people?
I am effusive about getting the being loyal to the source material.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Henry Cavill is reportedly on the verge of leaving the cinematic universe entirely. His Hollywood journey has become a battleground of passion, controversy, and resilience. From his unwavering commitment to iconic roles like Geralt of Rivia and Superman to his fight for creative authenticity, Cavill has earned the admiration of fans, but also sparked tensions behind the scenes. Is his passion making him a hero or a target in Hollywood's ruthless game? In this video, we'll uncover the truth behind Henry Cavill's most controversial exits, the battles he's fought for creative freedom, and whether his dedication has made him Hollywood's misunderstood hero or its scapegoat. Let's dive in.
Showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Hystrich said that when you heard about Netflix making The Witcher, you were ringing them up every day saying, come on, let me audition. Is that true?
I personally wasn't ringing them because I didn't have their phone number, but that's what agents are for. They had the number of Netflix, they were calling on the necessary people, and whatever they were saying, how often they were calling, eventually worked. So I got in the room with Lauren before she could do her casting process.
Why were you so keen to jump on this role?
For me, I mean, I've been a fan of the fantasy genre since I was a boy, massive PC gamer as well, and The Witcher 3 was a game which I absolutely loved. I did not know the books, the games were based on the books, but after meeting Lauren, I did. But for me, it was an opportunity to live a dream, really.
What fueled Henry Cavill's passionate fight to stay true to The Witcher's source material? For Cavill, this wasn't just a preference. It was a mission born out of deep respect for Andrzej Sapkowski's beloved books and the iconic video game series. A lifelong fan, Cavill didn't just want to play Geralt of Rivia, he wanted to fully embody the character's complexity, moral code, and the gritty world that shaped him. When Cavill saw Netflix's adaptation straying from the source material, he took a stand. His push for authenticity, however, clashed with the creative team's vision, leading to reported tensions on set. Cavill challenged rewrites and fought for storylines that stayed true to Geralt's essence, even if it meant pushing back against the showrunner and writers. This dedication sparked controversy. Some insiders labeled his advocacy as overbearing, while others saw him as a champion for fans. Rumors of disagreements surfaced, with claims that his insistence on staying true to the law bordered on difficult behavior. But was Cavill truly difficult, or simply unwilling to compromise on what he knew fans wanted? To many, Cavill's fight seemed like a losing battle against a team more focused on crafting their own narrative than respecting the established law. While some criticized his approach, others praised him as a lone warrior, standing for creative integrity in an industry often driven by profit over passion. In the end, Cavill's love for The Witcher drove him to advocate for authenticity, even at the cost of his role. Hollywood may label such dedication as difficult, but fans know it's exactly what made him the perfect Geralt of Rivia.
You nearly lost quite an important job.
Absolutely, yeah. I was playing a game called World of Warcraft. I missed the call from Zack Snyder to tell me I got Superman.
But, like, did you hear the phone ringing?
I did.
And you chose to ignore it?
Absolutely.
Did you win the video game?
Sadly, no. But I did call Zack back afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that was why.
Let's talk about what you guys personally geek out about. Henry, let's start with you.
Ruling out The Witcher.
Yeah, not The Witcher.
I mean, the easy answer is Warhammer 40,000. That is my jam. I have been into it since I was 10. Yeah, that's my jam, and that's the stuff
I do in my free time.
That's amazing. Do you paint them yourself?
I do, yes.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Is it?
That is really
Let's talk a little bit about gaming. How much time have you been carving out for your gaming life?
A fair amount. When I say a fair amount, that probably means a lot for those who don't game.
Just 4 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe more. I have been playing Warhammer Total War, Warhammer 3 Total War. And yes, some people of culture in the audience. I love that game. It's so good.
Geekiest thing would have to be my Warhammer stuff.
We're talking Games Workshop, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. It's that took me a while to kind of confess to openly and publicly. Yeah, I love it, and I've that's the stuff I've done in as far as hobby stuff, the stuff which my escapism is concerned. All the reading I do outside of work is normally based around that. I've been involved in the Warhammer world for
40,000 years.
40,000 years. No, well, longer, depending how you look at it.
How did Henry Cavill's love for gaming and the Witcher franchise shape his portrayal of Geralt and impact the show's direction? Cavill's passion for accuracy reportedly created friction with the show's creative team, who didn't always share his dedication to the original material. He pushed for scripts and character arcs to align more closely with the books and games, often challenging deviations that stripped Geralt of his essence. To Cavill, every missed opportunity to honor the character was a loss for fans, and he fought hard to preserve Geralt's integrity. His gaming background also influenced the show's storytelling, advocating for more action, moral complexity, and rich world-building, key elements that made the games so beloved. While some saw his input as invaluable, others viewed it as a challenge to the writer's authority. Cavill's deep connection to The Witcher set him apart. By grounding Geralt in the franchise's rich history, he elevated the show's authenticity and appeal, even if it caused behind-the-scenes tensions. Without his dedication, the series might never have achieved the same level of fan devotion. Was Cavill's exit from The Witcher a result of his fight for creative integrity, or was it a clash between a star's passion and a creative team's vision? The debate continues, but one thing is clear: Cavill's love for The Witcher shaped the series in ways no one else could. Henry Cavill's exit from The Witcher was far more than a simple departure. It was a bold stand for creative integrity. Cavill, a lifelong fan of the franchise, joined the series with the goal of doing justice to Geralt of Rivia and the world that captivated millions. However, as the show progressed, creative differences between Cavill and the writing team reportedly escalated. Cavill was determined to honor Andrzej Sapkowski's original works and the elements that made the video games iconic. When scripts deviated too far from the source material, he voiced his concerns. Sources suggest his insistence on authenticity clashed with the writer's desire to take creative liberties. To some, Cavill was a purist hero. To others, he became a thorn in the production's side. His decision to leave after the third season wasn't just about stepping away from a demanding role. It was a protest against compromises he believed undermined the series' potential. Cavill fought tirelessly to create a show fans could be proud of, but when his vision no longer aligned with the creative direction, he chose to walk away. Behind the scenes, tensions reportedly grew due to Cavill's hands-on approach and his push to stay true to Geralt's character. Rumors of controlling behavior surfaced, though many believe these were exaggerated or spun to shift blame. What's undeniable is Cavill's unwavering commitment to preserving the integrity of a character he deeply respected, even at the cost of his role. But The Witcher wasn't the only challenge Cavill faced. What really happened with his Superman role in the DC universe? Was he unfairly caught in studio politics? Let's explore the full story.
Hey everyone, I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting this. because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam. But now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time. But I wanted to thank you guys most of all. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded.
Congratulations on so many different levels.
Thank you.
We miss Superman.
Yes, indeed.
Are you emotional putting back the suit?
I mean, to a degree, it's of course an emotional moment. I'm not talking floods of tears or anything. That character means a lot to me, and the character's been a formative part of my career. Getting to wear the suit again, for that cameo especially, was a powerful moment. The hope was not in vain. I proved the theory right, so we'll see where we go from here. There's lots that goes into that, and it's no just one thing. I could talk about it for days, but let's look about the future now. The future's what matters, and bringing hope, optimism, and joy to the character.
Henry Cavill's journey as Superman was meant to be one of Hollywood's great comeback stories. After years of embodying the Man of Steel and winning over fans, his return was teased with much fanfare, most notably in the post-credit scene of Black Adam. Cavill even announced his return, igniting excitement among DC fans worldwide. But in a shocking twist, everything unraveled. Days later, James Gunn and the new DC leadership dropped Cavill, citing a miscommunication. So, what really happened? Many believe Cavill was caught in the crossfire of studio politics and a shifting vision for the DC universe. Gunn and Peter Safran, newly appointed as heads of DC Studios, had plans for a rebooted universe that didn't include Cavill's Superman. Instead of giving him a clear answer, DC used his return to generate hype for Black Adam. This move now feels less like a comeback and more like a cruel PR stunt. The idea that Cavill misunderstood his role, despite being used to promote the film, strains credibility. Fans saw it as corporate maneuvering at its worst. Ever the professional, Cavill handled the situation with grace, avoiding public criticism of the studio. Yet, the damage was done. A beloved actor was blindsided and discarded after being used to drum up interest. To make matters worse, this setback came shortly after his departure from The Witcher. For many, it felt like a calculated pile-on, leaving Cavill in a vulnerable position. Industry insiders suggest his passionate advocacy for his characters made him a difficult fit for a studio prioritizing clean slates over legacy. But let's be clear, Cavill wasn't the problem. He was a victim of studio politics and shifting priorities. Despite DC's claims that there was never a firm plan for his return, it's clear he was strung along and discarded, not because of a lack of talent, but due to forces beyond his control. This saga is a harsh reminder that in Hollywood, even Superman isn't invincible. Did Cavill's dedication to his characters and his outspoken advocacy make him a target in an industry driven by politics and power plays?
Third season has been shot. What can you say about, what can we expect from the third season of The Witcher?
Oh, I can tell you nothing.
The Witcher is already being tagged as the next Game of Thrones. Is that a fair comparison?
It's very flattering. I don't know if it's a fair comparison yet. Time will tell. For me, I've always thought of it, ever since I've been hearing about the Game of Thrones comparisons, it's like saying this actor is going to be the next Tom Cruise. There is no next Tom Cruise, in the same way that Game of Thrones will exist all by itself, and that's it. The Witcher might be the next successful fantasy series. It would be lovely to be able to tell the story for many years to come.
Yeah.
Throughout his career, Henry Cavill has been known for speaking up when it matters, fighting for what he believes will resonate with fans and honor the source material. While many actors are content to follow the creative direction handed to them, Cavill isn't afraid to push back. On The Witcher set, this meant championing a faithful adaptation of Andrzej Sapkowski's books and resisting changes that diluted Geralt's story. For Cavill, it was never about ego. It was about delivering a performance that honored the character's legacy. Yet some saw this as difficult behavior, framing him as a troublemaker, a narrative that's hard to ignore in the cutthroat world of Hollywood. In an industry ruled by power dynamics and egos, Cavill's insistence on staying true to his characters may have made him a threat to those with different creative visions. Instead of celebrating his passion, some painted him as inflexible or hard to work with, feeding into rumors that tarnished his reputation. When Cavill left The Witcher and was later sidelined by DC, many speculated that his outspoken advocacy had made him an easy target for studios eager to sweep away complications in favor of new directions. His handling of the Superman role only added to this perception. Cavill's public announcement of his return as the Man of Steel carried a confidence that suggested more than vague promises from DC. But when leadership changed, so did their plans, leaving Cavill stranded, once again a victim of corporate maneuvering beyond his control. In both cases, Cavill's unwavering commitment to authenticity was spun as problematic. In reality, it highlighted a rare quality in Hollywood: integrity. So, did Cavill's dedication make him a target? It certainly seems that way. In an industry where towing the line is often rewarded, Cavill's passion may have been too much for some to handle. But while studios play their political games, fans know the truth. Cavill's outspokenness wasn't a liability. It was a testament to his desire to create something meaningful and memorable. And if that makes him a target, it's a badge he should wear with pride.
Which has been so successful, hasn't it?
Has indeed, yeah.
It's been amazing, but the character you play is so interesting. How you get a handle on this guy?
Absolutely. Well, Geralt's, because he's 70 plus years old.
Yes.
And
he's looking good on it, to be fair.
He's looking great on it. It's generally hated by everyone. There's a few friends around the place who know his worth, and he has his Witcher brothers. Stoicism is his form of defense.
Right.
He's a white knight deep down, definitely a representation of good. He's always tried to help people, and over time he's sort of built this wall up around him. Still tries to help people though, and still ends up getting himself in awful amounts of trouble because of it.
It's just about belief. If you believe what you're doing is the right thing, then you'll be able to keep on doing it. It's also important to know that if you realize you're doing the wrong thing, that's when you stop doing the wrong thing. You don't just keep on going just because that leads down a dark path.
What does it mean for Henry Cavill's future in Hollywood? Henry Cavill's career shift is more than just a change in roles. It's a testament to his unwavering commitment to authenticity and his refusal to compromise on the characters and stories he holds dear. In an industry often driven by quick profits and flashy reboots, Cavill stands out as an actor who values depth and fidelity above all else. But does this commitment spell trouble for his future in Hollywood's high-stakes game? Not necessarily. In fact, it could be the very thing that defines his enduring legacy. Take Cavill's exit from The Witcher. Walking away from such a high-profile role wasn't an easy decision, but it spoke volumes about his priorities. For Cavill, staying true to the source material and respecting the fans mattered more than remaining in the limelight. This kind of dedication isn't a weakness. It's a powerful statement in an industry often criticized for creative shortcuts and superficiality. Similarly, Cavill's abrupt departure from the Superman role at DC highlighted his principles. The apparent miscommunication from DC leadership didn't just blindside fans, it left Cavill in a vulnerable position after he had publicly committed to returning. Yet, he handled the situation with dignity, staying true to his image as a professional and passionate storyteller. So, what does this mean for his future? On one hand, Cavill's strong-willed approach may limit his opportunities within franchises that prefer compliant stars. On the other hand, it positions him as an actor of integrity, ready to take on projects that value authenticity over convenience. If anything, this shift could open doors to roles that align with his passion for storytelling and his deep connection with fans. In the long run, Cavill's commitment to authenticity could reshape how Hollywood views its stars, proving that standing up for what's right isn't a liability, but a strength. It's a gamble, but one that could pay off by cementing his status as a rare, principled voice in an industry that often bows to corporate interests. While his future may be uncertain, one thing is clear. Henry Cavill's dedication will continue to inspire fans and challenge Hollywood norms, carving out a path that stays true to who he is.
It would be the right thing.
How do you take your martini?
I take it. There's a correct answer to this, and there's the honest answer, which is shaken, not stirred.
And there you have it, the true story behind Henry Cavill's journey through Hollywood's highs and lows. From fighting for the integrity of Geralt of Rivia to the dramatic twists of his Superman saga, Cavill has proven himself to be more than just a star. He's a passionate protector of the characters and stories we all love. While his dedication may have made him a target for controversy and industry politics, it's also what makes him one of the most compelling actors of our time. Is Cavill the misunderstood hero of his own story, or a Hollywood maverick willing to risk it all for authenticity? Either way, his journey is far from over, and we'll be here to follow every step of it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the truth behind Cavill's career, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Woke Informat, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.